Hilarious. It was bad enough to never voice approval. It was bleak to still be dressing down the most accomplished quarterback in league history during team meetings and treating his personal trainer and best friend like some kind of outcast. Gisele, stick up for your man. Joined once again by LeVar Arrington, Acho. Would you blame Belichick for treating Brady that way?
Absolutely. See, Marcellus, the older I get, the more I realize who is a child got a whooping. See, we call them whoopings. Some people call them spankings, but I understand who got a whooping. You see, early on in my younger years, my Nigerian household, I got some whoopings, right? When I was about 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. But after you get to about 12, 13 years old, you no longer get them whoopings. Now you get grounded. Right now, they take your cell phone, or you can't go out on the weekends with your friends. But then as you get older, about 16, 17, 18, you don't get whoopings, you don't get grounded. Now it's just like you're an adult. You know the difference between right and wrong. You're about to go off to college. You've been in the house for 17 years now. You should know what to do. See, as Tom Brady started to get older with Bill Belichick, he shouldn't have gotten berated like he was a rookie. He shouldn't have got verbal or these figurative whoopings. As Tom Brady is going on his 17th and 18th year in the league, especially with the same organization, with the same coach, Belichick should start to treat Tom Brady differently, one, because of Tom Brady's maturation, but also because of who Tom Brady is. Tom Brady didn't need to be dog-cussed like when he was in his first year coming out of Michigan. Tom Brady should have been respected, admired, and treated as the greatest of all time, realizing that Tom Brady is Tom Brady's biggest motivating factor. So yes, I do blame Bill Belichick, not only for the demise of himself and Tom Brady, but I blame Bill Belichick for treating Tom Brady like just anybody else when Tom Brady is far from just anybody else.
I disagree with you right there. Strong points. I understand that that is a slice of reality, but that's not the Patriot way, and that's not the way that supports building the dynasty and returning every year to that level of greatness. What happened here is simple. Your description made it seem like Brady got brand new. Like all of a sudden, Tom Brady, rookie year, I could take the hits, I could take the talk. All of a sudden, I start winning a few things. I start driving something different. I start hearing my name said in higher esteem. How dare you talk to me like I'm that? And I understand that most people will feel that way. But that ain't how Bill Belichick feels. Because Bill Belichick's like, look, I know you're a star, but I can't let that star shine brighter than this team, because if it does, I don't have the same culture. Guys are going to start talking about double standards. And that's one way to look at it, and I think that's the Belichick way. But deeper than that, stop acting like Tom Brady didn't raise his hand to have all of the culture placed on his back and be the enforcer. Y'all know Willie McGinnis. Y'all know Ty Law. I'm not talking about how they played. I'm talking about how they are as people. Y'all know that some of these guys that walked in, even Rob Gronkowski, Julian Edelman, boy, you have latitude. Cam Newton right now, you have latitude to be who you are as a New England Patriot. Oh, sorry, Tom Brady, you bought into the sauce because at the time that you were a Patriot, you didn't believe fully in yourself. Now, that's my next layer. Belichick, a defensive-minded coach, as a head coach, struggled. 5 of his first 6 years were losing seasons, even though Cleveland went to the playoffs once and haven't been back since. But Belichick struggled compared to how great he was as a defensive coordinator. So here's a defensive-minded coach looking in the 6th round of a draft and finds a quarterback that he didn't even need because they already had Drew Bledsoe at $100 million. He said, all right, go get him. He's too much value at the 6th round. Now sit. And then he obviously gets thrusted into the starting lineup because of injury. And then Tom Brady starts to mature because Belichick is sitting there working with him. Imagine creating this in the laboratory. Whether you want to say it's all Tom Brady, all Belichick, or the blame or the share goes to both. Whatever it is Belichick and Brady. And then all of a sudden, one day, Brady wakes up and says, excuse me, treat me different. And he's like, I treat you like all my players. If you want to be who you are, you have the latitude. If you don't complain to me, because I'm building a team, not just an individual culture.
Marcellus, you're going to answer this very simply for me.
No, Marcellus.
For yourself. Marcellus, you've told me that you have a beautiful family. Marcellus, how old is your oldest?
21, 2-1, Holmes.
How young is your youngest?
5 months.
Do you treat the 21-year-old like you treat the 5-month-old? You don't. I don't even need you to
She
answer
don't even
it.
understand how I treat it yet.
You don't. And you don't
Google
because
Gaga.
you don't because there's a level of maturation that comes with age. There's a level of maturation that comes with experience. And in my opinion, there would have to be some level of trust that you have for an older one that you don't have for the younger one.
This locker room full of men.
So no. So how do you, though you treat differently, how can you be like, you know what, Belichick, you got to treat everybody the same. Everybody's not the same. You simply said so yourself. LeVar?
You're making it, but you're kind of making the point in a way, Acho. He's not his dad. He's a father figure in some respects and regards, I'm sure, but that's not his dad. The love that you have for your child is not going to be the same love you have for one of your players, and that's just true. But here's my thing, right?
What's your thing?
Gisele should be thanking, and I hate going to like wives, spouses, siblings, whatever that may be, family. I hate doing it, but hey, it is what it is. She said it, so I'm going to jump on it. She should be thanking Bill Belichick for her husband, because had Bill Belichick not developed Tom Brady to the player that he became, he probably wouldn't even been popular enough to marry her in the first place. So she actually shouldn't be hating. She should be appreciating him. I was there in college. There was a time where I was more revered and highly respected and highly rated than Tom Brady. Tom Brady, if we want to jog our memories, was never even a starter in college. He was like here and there. He started here and there. When we prepared for them, we prepared for the other guy, Henson. We were like, Tom snuck up on us. Tom wasn't the guy that won the Rose Bowl. That was Greasy. It was never his team in Ann Arbor. So it's interesting. We don't talk about him being a legend at Michigan, all right? We talk about him being a legendary Patriot that is now considered a legend at Michigan because what he's done in the pros. So this is a non-issue to me. If you think about Customato and how his relationship was with Mike Tyson, he never let up on Mike. And when he left, when Mike left Customato and started dealing with other dudes, what happened? Things went off the rails, and Mike's career suffered from it because he did not have that influence of somebody who could be real to him and train him the right way and have that influence on him. So I agree in the sense that Tom matured and grew up and became Tom that won all of the Super Bowls. But don't forget your humble roots. Don't forget where you came from, because if you forget where you came from, you'll never know where you're going. And I think that this is a classic situation. You want to know what privilege is. That's what Gisele was exercising when she was in front of Mr. Kraft saying that she had problems with the way the guy that pulled the best stunt ever, which was taking a guy like Tom Brady and making him the GOAT of GOATs as a quarterback. Bottom line.
Man, you broke that down.
No,
Thank you.
He broke it. Not down. He broke it. He just broke it.
Let's broke it down.
Broke it now.
We know the circle of life because we're fathers. We know what real unconditional love looks like. We know how to rear development. And this is about development. This is not about just, hey, I got a good player. Now he's great. How do I handle him? It's about developing that guy all the time. Belichick was coaching Tom Brady for 20 years. There was a point where Tom Brady wanted him to coach TB12. And Belichick was like, chill, bro. So I'm going to take your parking pass. I thought it was petty, but Belichick has petty ways to make sure he reinforces his culture. And then Alex Guerrero and how comfortable he was, he said, now I know you're training Gronk, and Gronk can't get healthy, he stays hurt, and you're training Tom Brady. Maybe I want to keep all this in-house because I want to be responsible for my players' health, not let them be outsourced. And whatever happened in deeper friction, it happened. But then Belichick got petty again, because you got to remember, Tom Brady used to go to Bob Kraft and talk to Bob Kraft a lot about his situation. Remember, Kraft, Tom Brady, and Jimmy G all have the same agent. It's weird how this plays, man. So he used to go to Kraft's house, and Kraft was like, look, I'm going to take care of you. Belichick won't get rid of you early like he does a lot of our legends. And then Brady was like, thank you, thank you. And then it got to a point where Brady was like, man, Belichick treated me crazy. Hey, will you let me go? 2018. And they were like, nah, I already protected you against the Jimmy G trade. Now you got to stay. And Tom Brady took that to heart. Say, I'm going to stay a couple more years, Belichick and Bob Kraft, but this is not feeling good. He felt a little betrayed. The point of all of this is the details of how this relationship, this marriage, blossomed into something that the egos took over the room, and then they couldn't share the same space. It happens in all rap
But
groups,
it's clearly a flip.
singing groups.
It's clearly a flip, fellas.
It's a flip, and
Clearly
it
a
happened
flip.
here in New England.
By the way Gisele handled it, it's clearly a flip, and that makes it wrong to me.
Yeah. Now, Acho, have some kids, and then we'll talk about this. Coming up, Alvin Kamara is back at Saints camp. We'll tell you if New Orleans should pay him what he